Hello, welcome everyone to the day 7, the final day. I'm excited to have you here today. I know you are doing very great. Thank you for joining us once again on the last day, which is day 7 of doing business deep dive, the grand finale. You are welcome on board. Now, if you are joining us live, just say hi in the comment section. Let's get to appreciate you for joining us today. Now, for most of you joining us newly, I want to encourage you to please check out all our videos since when we started this live. From on the 9th down to today being the last day, it has been awesome, wonderful, amazing testimonies. I'm really humbled by these testimonies. So thank you very much for joining us. Now, let's get down to the business of today. In case you're joining us newly, my name is Michael Abanye, and this is True Lessons in Motion podcast. I remain your humble boy as usual. Now, many businesses actually get started, but very few are able to build and grow their businesses. Not because they are lazy, not because they lack ideas, because many do not understand the different stages it takes to grow a business. And that is exactly what you're about to learn today. How to build a business that grows and creates wealth. How to build a business that grows and creates wealth. I'm excited about this already. I don't know about you, but I know you are. Welcome once again. So let's get down to business today. A lot of things await you today. Now, number 1 is the sustainability ladder. The sustainability ladder. Now, every business owner starts with a vision, a clear vision, long-term direction that guides decisions and growth. And that's why I say on day 1 that your why is very, very critical. Your why. Why are you in business? How far you can see determines the height you can get to. How far you can see determines the height you can get to in your business. These things are very, very important. Because as a business owner, if you see yourself small, and that is exactly what you are going to get, you cannot grow beyond the level of your mindset. You cannot grow beyond the level of your mindset and your belief system. So this thing is very, very important. So how far you can see in your business determines the height or the altitude you can get to in your business. So a vision, a clear long-term direction that guides decisions and growth. Now, as a business owner that wants sustainability, you must have team. We have said this several times that you can't do it alone. So building capable people who can carry the vision forward. Building capable people who can carry the vision forward. This thing is very critical. And we have already said that in day 5, day 6, that building capable people boils down to systems and structures. Very important. And we've itemized how to actually come up with a system to run your business. Because, as we said, system is made up of 3 major things. Number 1 is what can you do as a business owner? Write it down. Number 2 is what do you have to delegate? Write it down. Then number 3 is what can't you do at all? Put it aside. This thing is very so that is how you can actually be able to build teams that are capable, that will be able to carry the vision along. The truth of the matter is this: the business or the vision of the business is bigger than the owner. The vision of the business is bigger than the owner. That is why we said that how far you can see determines the height and the attitude of your business. And that is why you see many at times people do not really understand these things. So that is why we are here today. So stay with me. Now it says business, a structure that consistently delivers value to the market. Business is all about a structure that consistently delivers value to the market. So if you have built a team, a formidable team, then those team of yours will be able to deliver consistent values to your customers. Because without the customer, there is no business. And without value being delivered, and we have itemized value, is simply meeting needs. Meeting needs, solution providing platform that you can use to meet needs, either through a product or through a service. And don't forget, we said that customers are self-centered. So your business should be structured in such a way that it can consistently deliver value to the market. So as we're talking, I just look at your business. Look at the system that it can create to deliver value to your customers. This thing is very, very critical. Now, results. Measurable outcomes that prove the business model works. Because if you are able of your business place, they will get the same results. That is how you see businesses scale. So you must know this thing. You as a business owner must have the vision. Then you have to build a team and also be able to create results that are consistent. And these are the challenges many small businesses have. Sometimes when they come to you to buy today, when they come tomorrow, it's a different ballgame. When they come the third, it's a different thing entirely. They are not sure of what to expect. This thing has killed a lot of businesses, especially small businesses. So that is why you see most of these big businesses are structured. Look at the life of the Chicken Republics. Look at the life of Clean Ace Dry Cleaners. These people are so structured that any of their branches, you will see consistent results. Very, very important. You can tell this is what Chicken Republic. This is what Clean Ace Laundry and Dry Cleaners. This is what Asha's Laundry and Dry Cleaners. Consistent results. Very, very critical. So if a customer comes to your place, they should get the same results continuously and every time. Very, very critical. Now let's look at this. Sustainability systems and leadership maturity that keep the business growing. You as a leader, you as a business owner, systems and leadership maturity is what will keep your business growing. That is why we said yesterday that a business cannot grow more than the owner. A business cannot grow beyond the capacity of the owner. Most times, your business will always fall to the level of your capacity and your knowledge as the owner. So each time you see your business being stagnated, just understand that that is your level. So for you to move to sustainability, you need to also increase your capacity and increase what your leadership abilities. These things are very, very critical. I'm excited already. Now let's go to this other slide. Here it talks about perseverance. Perseverance builds great businesses. My wonderful audience, let's look at this slide now. Start, setback, learn, adjust, growth. Start, setback, learn, adjust, growth. In fact, that is what business is all about. Now let me shock you. Now let me be very frank with you. There is no business in the world that has not gone through these stages. I have sat down to do my research and for my own personal life in growing my business. Every business you see starts from foundation, which is the starting stage or the foundation stage. Then when they start, there will always be setbacks. There is no business that can outgrow that. As long as you are starting, you must encounter it. So you must get that very clear. You don't pray that away. No. It's a process. That's why business is principles. Once you follow the principles, you get consistent results. So you start, you experience challenges and setbacks. Then you learn from your challenges. You learn from your difficulties. You learn from your setbacks. This is where many small businesses miss it. Most times, these setbacks are there to teach, or there is something different you need to do differently. So the moment you're able to take in that feedback, you're able to learn from it, then you adjust. Then the next stage is growth. Every business is all over the world follow these stages. The starting stage, the setback with the challenging states, the learning curve, because you must go through that stage where you have to learn. And that's why many people give up. Many people get frustrated. Many people just remain small. This thing is very, very critical. Then you adjust. That's why we say you must learn to evolve. As a just, that's why we say you must learn to evolve. As a business owner, you must evolve. Severally, you must evolve. Because business is dynamic in nature. People change. So is their taste. So is their demand. So is their want. So you must understand that you must consistently, as you grow, adjust. Because it's from your adjustment that will lead to growth. This stage is very, very critical. Very, very, you cannot afford to miss it. You can't jump it. You must. Perseverance builds great businesses. Now, every successful businesses begins with taking the first step, which we have said. Now, the setback is critical, because without setback, you can't grow. It's like giving birth to a child. Before the child will walk, what happened? The child will first start by crawling. Before he will crawl, he will not make another attempt to try to stand up. And the process of him or her trying to stand up, most of the time, he will fall several times. And before you know it, he will not gain feet, agility. He will be able to stand firm. And the next stage, the child will now also begin to learn to walk step by step. Even the time of process of learning to walk step by step, the same child will fall several times. That is how business are. Many a times I tell people, look, as a business owner, if you want to go into business, if you're not ready to go through this stage, don't start. I've said this several times. Business is war. It's not a physical battle. It's a battle of the mind. Business is war. So these stages are critical. Very, very critical. Now let's look at this. Learn. You see, after setback now, smart entrepreneurs extract lessons from every failure. Wonderful. So my audience, what lessons are you learning from your business? Drop it in the comment section. Now listen, strategy improves when you apply what you have learned. You can see, I've given an illustration about a child, a newborn baby. The stages they have to go through, same is business. So strategy, when you learn, you adjust, then strategy improves when you are strategy improves when you apply what you have learned. You must apply the lessons from the setbacks. Then what you have learned from the setback, then you adjust. Very critical. Then growth, progress happens when persistence meets improvement. So most of the time, I hear a lot of business people say, this business is not working. It's a wrong thing to do. You don't say that the business is working. Now, what you do, most of the time I tell my people this, they know, I don't allow any form of negativity. It's not a matter of you are just trying to be positive. Yes, positivity is important, but the most important thing is you must understand that whatever you say as the owner will always come to pass. Now, you don't say what you are experiencing in your business, you say what you want to see. Now, listen, let me say this again. You don't say what the current situation is, you declare what you want to see. This thing is very critical. Now, you may call it faith, but it has worked. And I've seen a lot of people, both business people, both Christians, both Muslims, both Hindus, I've seen a participants. You declare what you want to see. And that helps you in your growth pattern, because business is war. So the moment you make up your mind to start, you will finish. Come on, type in the comment section. Say, I will finish. Say, I will finish strong. So that is how it is. So growth simply means progress happens when persistence means improvement. Wow. Wow. This is interesting. This is interesting. Good. Now let's go to another part that says, on that slide, that is technician, entrepreneur, builder. Wonderful. Technician, entrepreneur, builder. This is good. Now, what is technician? Technician focuses on doing the work and delivering the service, which is good. We all must start from there. But as you begin to grow the ladder to building businesses that grow and create wealth, you must learn to exit that stage. Very critical. Very, very critical. In fact, that's where many small businesses stay small. Because as you're beginning to grow, you must understand that there are some certain things you can no longer do. This is vital. Now look at this. Entrepreneur identifies opportunities and organizes resources. You see now? Entrepreneur identifies opportunities and organizes resources. So as an entrepreneur, you are a solution provider. You also organize the resources to implementation. Very, very critical. And that's why many of us are in business. We have moved from technician to entrepreneur. Now, I want you to say this in the comment section. Just look at these 3 steps and tell us, where are you currently? Be honest with yourself. If I tell people the first thing you must know in life is, man, know thyself. Man, know thyself. You can't deceive yourself. These stages are critical. Now, it took me years of learning, practical learning from my own personal life, from mentors, from trainings, from books, from research, for me to get all these things. So I'm not just telling you from the theoretical angle, I'm telling you from the practical angle, from what I personally have experienced. And I've also researched my mentors and see it's similar. So, as a business owner, you must understand these 3 stages. The number 1 stage is the technician. As a business owner, when you start, you are doing everything. It's okay. But as you begin to grow, you must learn to pivot to an entrepreneurial mindset. We talked about creating solutions that meet your customer expectation and gathering resources to implement your solutions. Then the other stage that many small businesses never get to is what I'm about to share with you now. Now look at this slide. Now it talks about the builder. This is where many small businesses find it difficult to navigate their way there. And that's what we're about to solve today. Now look at this. Builder creates teams. Wonderful. Systems. Awesome. And scalable structures. Let me take it again. Now, as a builder, creates teams, systems, and scalable structures. And growth happens when the owner moves from doing the work to building the enterprise. You can see now. Growth happens when the owner moves. Very important. From doing the work to what? To building the enterprise. Now let's take, for example, just take a look at any big industries. Okay, let's take a practical example, the banks. That is very common. Now, if you look at, let's take, for example, a bank like UBA. Now, if you go to a UBA bank in Benin City, the same structure, the same system, the same customer service delivery. If you go to a UBA bank, I'm talking about United Bank of Africa now, in Lagos, the same structure, the same systems, the same results. If you like, go to the one in South Africa, Ghana, the same. Now, these people will be able to understand that for you to be able to build business that will be sustainable and grow and create wealth, those structures must be put in place. Now they now develop themselves to having what? The skill set of a builder. And that we're about to learn today. Stay with me. Very critical. Now, As a builder, you create systems. You create teams. Create teams, systems, and scalable structures. Growth happens when the owner moves. You see the owner, you must move from doing the work to building enterprise. And I'm giving you a practical example of banks like UBA. Any other enterprise you know of that have the same result, anytime you visit any of their branch, this is what they have applied. And we have itemized it, that it starts from you, the owner, knowing what you can do. Very important. You, the owner, must know what you can do. Clearly state it down. Then what you can delegate, that is the job description for the staff to do for the overall growth of the business. State it down. They have a clear SOP, standard operating procedures. There are a clear KPIs, key performance indices. These things are vital. Now, simple, let me break this down. I need to go deep a little bit on this. Now, if you, the owner, knows what I am to do as the head of this organization, then you've already itemized the various units or the various departments you need to run your business successfully, and you clearly will do what? Create the system and structures. Documented. This is how we do it here. This thing will be clearly there, stated. Then you must also give, this is the expected result. We expect this system, this documented SOP to achieve. That is the KPIs. Then, once you have that, you can begin to modernize it as you grow. It will get to a stage you have a standard, consistent result. Then, you have a clear structure. Then those standard results you have been able to achieve due to what? The system, the procedures, the SOPs, the what's called the KPIs you'll be able to formulate. You now have a written document that works. This thing is done by the builders that builds businesses. And this is one thing it took me years to learn. So when you see UBA in Lagos, in Benin, in South Africa, in Ghana, it's the same. Why? Because they have clear standard procedures. So whoever comes on board can fit in. So it's not a system-based individuals. No. It's not a personalized system based for one particular individual. No. That is why you can see soldier go, soldier come, barrack remain. The company still remains. No matter who leaves, who comes, the company will still remain. Because they have this process and it has worked. Tell your neighbor, it will work for me. Tap in the chat corner, it will work for me. This thing is very, very, very critical. I'm really excited about this already. I don't know about you. Now let's look at this together now. Now let's go to the other slide that talks about the wealth creation ladder. Wonderful. Now, once you are able to structure your business, as a business owner, you must understand that nobody grows young. Everybody grows old. This thing is important. I learned this from one of my mentors, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Nobody grows young. Everybody grows old. So as you start the business, the same health and agility and strength you have when you started 10 years ago is not the same. So you must learn to begin to run your business after you have structured it to see how you can create wealth. This thing is very, very important. You must learn to organize your business in such a way that it can actually create wealth. Now look at this. Business, profit, assets, wealth. Now when you run a business solve real problems. We have said that several times, and deliver value to customers. That's number one. Number two, it says profit confirms the business model is working. That's why we said any business that you are doing that is not profitable is only a good hobby. It's a hobby. Now look at the third one. It says assets. Profits are converted into investments and productive assets. What are assets? Simply put, asset is simply what adds money into your account. And liability is what takes money out of you. So any asset you have is something that should add to you. And most of the time, it must not always be your business. You can also diversify, like real estate, gold, mutual funds, stocks. So you must have this as assets. As the business grows, you must understand, you must have to take from your profit and reinvest. This is the wealth creation lab. This thing is very important. You must take from your profits and reinvest. Now look at the last one here. It says assets produce long-term financial freedom and stability. And let me shock you. Now I was listening to this great man. I love him a lot, Tony Elumelu of UBA, former UBA chairman. Now I think this is the Health Holding chairman. They are the owners of Transcorp Hilton Hotel in Nigeria. Now let me shock you. He says there's something he did that struck me. I heard him say something on one of his posts. He said, look, when I was building UBA, there was a particular phone. I can't remember the phone of people that I said it was raining. And one of his colleagues, I think one of his friends said, buy this phone. You are bigger than this. You should get this kind of a phone. And he told his friend, look, I cannot afford it now. And the friend was saying, what do you mean? You that have. And what happened? The friend now have to buy from him. I'm sure that friend that bought that phone for him is 10 times richer than his friend. Now, it's not that he does not have the money, but you understand what is called delayed gratification. He was reinvesting. And today the man is so solid. Today it's into oil and gas, into hospitality business. Just name it. So these people understand how to create wealth ladder. Wealth. Very critical. So assets produce long-term financial freedom and stability. Now he gets to a point in his life whereby he can virtually get anything he wants. Anything. So as a business owner, you don't just relax. After you have built a successful business through systems and structures in place, then you must begin to go through the wealth creation ladder. This thing is very important. Your business, after you have solved real problem and deliver value to customers, then you have been able to derive profit from that business. Then you must begin to invest into assets. Convert some of those profits into assets. Very critical. Never you forget. Nobody grows young. Everybody grows old. And you must think long term. You must think sustainability. So this is how these men have been able to pivot and create wealth through their business models. And these things are also available to you now. So let's quickly look at this also. Very, very important. Very, very important. These things are very, very important. Now let's look at this. The true test of wealth. The true test of wealth. Now, I've said this before in one of my videos. You need to check out that video. I think it's about what money alone cannot buy. Listen. Wealth. Financial capacity created through value and assets. That is wealth. Now look at it. Impact. Using resources to improve the lives of others. Look at the top part. It says legacy. The lasting influence your work leaves behind. Wonderful. True leadership is when your wealth continues creating value beyond you. Wonderful. You can see, this is the true test of it. That is why you see so many business people today have what is called foundations. So many of them have what is called foundation. Look at the life of Rockefellers. Even now, my wonderful mentor, I also follow, Tony Elumelu, also have it. Even one of my guys, also I follow, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, also has it. They all have foundation. Why? Because they've been able to build wealth. Now they understand that true test of wealth is what? The legacy. The lasting influence your work leaves behind. Now let me shock you. As a business owner, you must understand and ask yourself this question always. At the end of all your business and your activities here on earth, what will your life be remembered for? Can your name be a key opener, or can your name be a padlock? You must ask yourself these questions. There are some people today that are no longer existing, but their names keep opening doors. I gave an example yesterday. I was teaching the life of the late Ubon King. This man was teaching just in a live session. I think it's one of the sessions on YouTube like this. I was listening to, and I learned something valuable that has made me so much income through my business from just one principle. The man is long gone now, but his legacy lives on in me. So I ask you as a business owner, how to build a business that grows and creates wealth. The true test of your wealth is not just the physical cash, which is important, but it's about the lives you impact, the legacies you leave behind. So I leave you with this question today. What kind of life are you building? Are you building a life that will become a key opener for your children and your associates? Or are you building a life that will become a padlock? So you must ask yourself this question. This is very, very critical. And let's go run through this together. Now, the summary of today is this, simple. Episode 7 summary is the sustainability. Like you can see the ladder there talks about the vision, the business, the team, the results as a result of the team, then the sustainability. Then number 2, you're talking about the perseverance builds great businesses. We have said that there are stages in business you must go through. The starting stage, the setback stage, the learning stage, the adjust stage, and the growth stage. These things are very, very critical. You can't miss it. Now, the technician, entrepreneurs, and the builder, as you grow in your business, find out where are you now. No matter the level you are, you can actually grow. That's the truth. No matter the level you are, you can actually grow. The moment you have a clear vision of your business. That's why we started this series by telling you about doing business right. You need to check out the first video on this series. You need to check it out. Very important. Now, this one talks about the wealth creation ladder. Very simple. Business, profit, assets, and wealth. That's how the rich truly build wealth. Now, the last one here, talk about the true test of wealth. Wonderful. The true test of wealth. Now, let me quickly show you the ladder, how it flows. And look at the ladder now. This is the ladder. You can see here now. Starting. When you start, you face all the rigorous challenges. Then you will begin to sustain the business with perseverance. You can see this person climbing there now. You must persevere. Then as you persevere in your business, you also grow to maturity. So when you get to that maturity, you can see there are now 2 there. When you get to maturity, you now see wealth. You can see the money dazzling there, looking nice, good. Then you now see the legacy. These ladders, this MAI Final Master Framework is what all the truly rich use to climb the ladder of wealth, affluence, and success. This is very, very critical. So we need to be able to what? Look at these things and see where we are now. As I said earlier, man, know thyself. You must know where are you now in each of these steps. Where am I now in each of these steps? This thing is very critical. Where am I? The moment you're able to ascertain where you are, it becomes easy for you to climb the ladder. This is the ladder. The starting stage, the sustainability stage, the perseverance stage, the maturity stage, the wealth stage, and the legacy stage. These things are critical. I'm excited already having you today. Now, if you go through these stages, there is no way your business will not grow and create lasting wealth. Now, during the course of the teaching, I said something that will be giving out free 10 business ideas you can actually start in this 2026. And listen, these 10 ideas are very, very practical. And I can assure you, they are things you can actually get maximum profit from if you follow all the processes we have taught. Once you understand these steps, critical, you can screenshot it, the master framework, understanding how businesses start, how they grow, how they persevere, how they get to maturity, how they build wealth and leave lasting legacy. Once you can attain this level, now listen, let me show you this. This is the next thing you're about to get for us, free. Now we are doing this because we believe so much in what? Lifting people. We believe so much in this part of our job and this part of what we do. And this is what we're actually interested in doing. As I said, this thing costs us money, but we believe so much in the value given to our great people. Now let me quickly say this and let me show you this. Now these are the 10 profitable business ideas you can start. Now, number one is the warehousing and logistics. Now this thing is very simple. Storage. Now, if you notice, because of the advent of technology, this e-commerce business, there are so many people looking for where to keep their goods and services. Even the logistics industry, most of the time, and this thing is a big value chain, very, very big. Now, if you don't even need to do the logistics, the bike rider or the vehicle, if you don't have the capacity and the mental soundness to handle drivers or to handle riders, then you can just say, I want to just be taking in goods and keep for people in my store or in my house or in any convenient place I can set up. Then from there, people can actually come and take their goods. This is a very lucrative business. In fact, recently I went to a place, and you can screenshot this. That's why we're living on the screen here. I went to a place and I discovered that this lady, she just has a shop just at the front of my house. I have to go and carry my goods. And guess what? I paid 1,000 naira. They call it storekeeping. 1,000 naira. And while I was there, I noticed over about 20 people. We are over 20 trying to come and pick up our goods. Just imagine 1,000 naira times 20, and that is when I was there. So, warehousing, storekeeping, logistics. You see, there are 3 value chains. Think within those directions. There is so much money in this industry. Now, the other part is the children and teens boot camp. Now, my son will always tell me like that, I want to go and learn coding. Is a thing. So now, if you are able to come up, if you are the one that loves children, come up, how you have a skill set, maybe in coding, or in this, what's it called? I call it ballet dance, or all these, there are a lot of things now. If you can teach them, just have a boot camp where you can start during the holidays and say, we are boot camp, we are teaching so and so skill set. I am telling you, parents will pay. People are looking for this kind of, especially parents that are busy, they want their children to learn a skill, they will pay. It's a very high lucrative business. Now the other one is the teaching, online teaching and physical teaching. Online teaching and the physical teaching or trainings. These things are wonderful. These things are wonderful. Now, I say Benin City precise, and there's something that there's a school I know that is called Pioneer. If you are in this side of South in Benin precise, you will know it. Pioneer is an adult school. Now, this school, the owner started by simply teaching adults that wants to learn how to speak and write. Guess what? I think they started about some years ago. I can't remember the years now. Today, they've evolved into secondary school, primary school, secondary school. The last time I checked, they now have boarding. And there are more than 2 or 3 centers from just teaching platform, teaching physically, and now they have schools. So this is highly lucrative. People want to solve ignorance issues. Once you are able to do that, you will make money. Now, errand services, very, very important. Now, busy people, most of the people we have in the urban society are busy. Once you can help them to go on an errand with a commission fee, you will be so amazed how much you can make. It looks simple, but there is so much money in this industry. Errand services. Now, let's look at this again. The recruitment agency. Now, let me tell you, for most time, each of the staffs I get in our organization, we have a recruitment agency in Benin City precisely that gets the staff for us. I will pay a token of 15,000 for each staff. And you know the funniest thing, the staff also will pay for my own salary, the first salary. So once we're able to come up with product and service to deliver solution like this, and there are so many businesses looking for staff. What are you doing? Utilize this opportunity, my brothers. And let's look at this now. The cleaning services. Now, I need to dwell more on this. Now, why I'm interested in this is I have a lady, a woman, that started cleaning for some of our properties that we manage. When she started, that was over 7 years ago. She started alone. And recently she told me, sir, I have 7 staffs working for me. Can you imagine? 7 staffs working for me. And I asked her, ma, 7 staff, how many properties? He said, sir, God has been faithful. I have over, let me know if I think it's over 30 properties that she sweeps. Her job is, she's not an educated person. Now she does not do it again. She's not employed. She's not educated. This woman is not learned. She's not learned. So you must get this back. She's not learned at all. I know her because she started sweeping for what some properties are managed. Now she has 7 staffs that she pays a minimum of 40 to 60,000 naira to every month. Illiterate. Cleaning service. What does she do? Clean properties. No estates. Block of flats. That's what she does for us. And she makes an average of over, I'm not exaggerating, I think it wouldn't be rate of 400,000 to 500,000 every month from just cleaning services. And now she's not even the one doing them again. She now hires staffs. Cleaning service. Highly, highly lucrative business. And look at this. Phone charging. Wonderful. Phone charging. Now this may look funny, but in Nigeria, if you are in Nigeria, in Africa, let me dwell on Nigeria majorly. This is a highly lucrative. In fact, I was shocked. Just imagine if you're able to set up these businesses that have multiple charging outlets, sockets. You are in money. I just told you during the course of this series, I told you about a place I went to and I saw over 20 people waiting to charge their phone. They calculate it times the number of people there. The other one here is the laundry and dry cleaning businesses. This one is highly, highly lucrative. Now, the last one here is a property and management business. If you are able to learn how to handle and manage properties for people, you can never, never lack money. Now, let me shock you. Now, in real estate business, there are value chain. I'm into that business. That's how I have to explain it very quickly. Now, you must understand there are the developer, people that build and sell. There are people that build, most time also contract it to people that will sell. And people that will sell, after they've sold, the most time also what? The people that bought from them will look for people that will also manage the properties for them. That's why we have the shortlets, the property managers. So you must understand the value chain you can play. And one of the things I've noticed about this value chain, the property management business of property is highly lucrative. Why? People don't buy properties every time. But the properties that people have, they will only look for people that will manage it for them. Because you know what? You are in the business of saving tenants from landlord and saving landlord from tenants. And landlord now, they don't want headache. So if you can learn this rope, you will make money. Then the bonus here is the viewing centers. I love this one. Now, for young people like us, especially in Africa, Nigeria, we love watching football. Anywhere you see young people, you will make money. Once you can come up with viewing centers, you will make so much money. So these are some of the businesses you can start that are highly, highly profitable in Nigeria and in Africa. Now, in case you are joining us and you've gotten value from all this series and you've not subscribed, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button now and share this information so that many people that genuinely need this can just be the best gift you will give to people out there so that they can get to know about this and apply. If you have any brother, any sister, instead of them asking urgent 2K, please screenshot this and send to them. Look at these old 10 ideas and think of where you can actually fit in. And you know the funnest, even if you have to support them, but at least it's better for you to teach them how to fish than for you to continually feed them. So this thing is better. That's why we encourage you to please share this, like it, and subscribe so that more people can get to know about it. Now we have come to the end of this awesome deep dive doing business series. We are here to take all your questions. Now we are waiting for your questions now. If If you have any question, quickly drop in the chat corner. Let's quickly take your questions. If you have any questions here, drop it in the chat corner. Let's take all your questions now. I'm so excited already. If you want more deep down knowledge on all these 10 profitable business ideas we've listed out here that you can start in 2026, you can personally join our MAI Inner Circle. Just send up a WhatsApp message on our MAI Inner Circle. We'll drop the phone numbers on the chat corner on our WhatsApp, on our YouTube corner that you can, our YouTube comment section that you can be able to actually send us a message and join. And we can also be able to explain to you and also teach you the process you can go through to start these business ideas. So if you have any message now, drop your messages and let's take your questions. All right. We're waiting for your questions. Okay, I think there's a question here. How can I start the warehousing business or the storekeeping business? How can I start the warehousing and the storekeeping business? And one of the things I've always encouraged most of our audience to do is this. Before you invest any money into any business, please listen and listen very well. This is very important. Always take the pain to go and learn from someone that is already doing the business. Or better still, you look for a coach that understands that particular area of business and let him or her consult for you. It is better for you to pay 100,000 or 200,000 than to go and waste 2 million on 3 million. I think it's cheaper for you to pay that amount. So please take the time to look for some. In case you are not in this city, but if you're in this city, you can contact us on our MAI platform. We will reach out to you. We can also tell you how you can go about it. Probably also teach you how you can set it up properly. So look for someone in your corner or in your state and learn how they are. Any business you want to start, the truth is there is somebody somewhere that is already doing the business you are doing or the business you want to go into. That's the truth. Any business you want to do, there is someone somewhere that is already doing what you want to do. All you need to do is come down from your exalted altar, humble yourself and go and learn. Learning will save you a lot. It will save you money. It will save you stress. It will save you time. One of the good things about learning before you go to any business is that you will be able to what? You will lean on the shoulder of this person that have gone through. He has gone through all the stages we just taught now. You'll be able to what? Move faster. Because he already went through it. So is there to guide you so you don't go through the same. Even when you are discouraged, even when you're almost giving up, he will be there to what? To tell you, no, come on, do this. And this will help. That's the place of mentoring, that place of coaching. We do that also. In case you want to reach out to you, you can reach out to us. We'll be able to also help you on that. This is very, very important. Then let me take the second question here. Then the second question here talks about, I love to teach, but I'm looking for how to turn it to a business. Simple. I love to teach, but I'm looking for how to turn it to a business. This thing is simple. Now listen. Now if you listen to one of our videos, I think that should be in 5 ideas you can start with your phone. You need to check out that video. Now I illustrate about 5 different ideas, and one of the things I talk about there is this online tutor. Now my daughter is in one very good school, gifted and high school, gifted and science school. Now there's a math teacher of ours that taught math. This guy teach them math on weekends, online via Zoom. And I think then they pay, I think they're talking of 500, 1,000, I can't remember now. That's what they pay. And if you look at the class, it's full. This young man takes junior class and senior class. You know, for instance, you can actually set up a Zoom account, free Zoom account with 30 minutes of teaching, and you will make so much money. So you just, your phone, a data, Zoom account, have students you can teach online. In fact, it's cheaper for you to teach online. Very cheap. Very cheap. And you make your money. And this man does it per week. He collects money per week. Before he even send us the link, we would have paid. So you can actually explore that angle. You can explore that angle. That is very, very important. You can explore that angle. Now, the other thing here, a question here also we have, I think this should be the last question we take today, is the area of cleaning services. Okay. Now let me quickly explain it. Now, cleaning services is very simple. Your brush, your broom, your mop, some detergents or chemicals. Now let me shock you. Have you noticed that most of the time the dirty business, that is where the money is? But we that were educated, we don't want to do such things. We want to wear suit and tie. The dirty business, that's where the money is. I just told you that this woman made over 500,000 naira from all the property she sweeps. She doesn't want to be very straight to me. I know it's more than that. And she has 7 employees paying about 40 to 50,000 naira monthly. They calculate that. She's an illiterate. She's not schooled. So come down from your exalted altar. There is so much money to be made. You as an educated people, you won't package it properly and give a right perception and make more money from it. This thing is very, very critical. All right. Once again, I want to thank you all for joining us today in this Doing Business Deep Dive. I'm excited to have you. Please, you need to check out all our videos on this Doing Business Deep Dive, from the foundation down to today, the end, which is how to build a business that grows and creates wealth. I believe you've gotten value from today. I'm excited to have you here today. Thank you very much. Once again, I remain your humble boy, Michael Abanye, and this is True Lessons in Motion podcast. Never forget, no one lives long enough to make all the mistakes. We learn from those ahead. In case you have not subscribed, do well to hit the subscribe button now. Share this and like it to your success. See you at the top.